Okay, hey everybody, it's David Schroeder, another edition of the Caliber Home Connection podcast. And this week, I've got a really special guest. We've got Matt Nouraei from 365 Home Lending and his amazing account executive, Maureen Kilbourne-Reynosa. So as we get started today, look, I mean, we are in the middle of November as we're recording, and everybody's talking about celebrating the great things that have happened in 2021 and then moving on to 2022. What are we going to do? How are we going to grow the business? And I know from the Caliber perspective, look, our main thing is listening. We're a listening organization, whether it's to our own team members or our partners, to continue building a better mousetrap. And we're really in that right now because we're in the midst of combining two great teams between Nouraei and Caliber. So I'm really excited to talk to Matt and Maureen about this today. So kicking it off, Matt, tell us a little bit about your business and 365 Home Lending, how you got into the business.
Hi, David. Thank you for having us. So I've been in the business since 2003. I started with 365 Home Lending in 2017. It's been great. We started heavily on purchases and then kind of transitioned more towards, refinance and cash out and FHA conventional transactions. So, I have, we've built a good amount of network with real estate agents here because we understand that will consistently bring us business. And that's kind of where the market is heading towards as well in 2022, where there will be probably much more purchase transactions. And we can see that already. Investors are also are buying, rental properties because the rental market has been great, as you know. So that's how it all started. I've been working with Caliber for about 3-4 years. It's been amazing. So I love taking most of my purchase transactions to Caliber because I know you guys will get it done. So.
Yeah, I was going to say, we obviously pride ourselves at Caliber as being a purchase dominant lender and do everything we can to make it special. So we appreciate the partnership there. And is there anything, as you look at kind of where you see the market going in 2022, how do you differentiate yourself as a purchase specialist with realtors? How do you keep people coming back and separate yourself from the pack?
I think it's going to come down to service, and especially with real estate agents. And, since we'll be working with them directly, you want that ongoing relationship and continue to basically, bring in clients that way. And I think if you can close on time and you set the right expectations with your clients, so the realtor will also refer you more clients.
Right.
And I think, yeah, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, look, I mean, service is something that I think everyone can rally around. Are there certain things that that you kind of say, hey, here's my 1 or 2 signature service, whether it's, here are people who are available all the time via text or, whatever. I mean, is there something special that you think you do different than other people for service or that realtors particularly appreciate?
I think it's mainly educating not only the realtors, but also the clients and setting the right expectations. As you know, purchases are a very sensitive transaction, so they're expecting to move into the house usually within 30 days. There's loan contingencies that needs to be removed within 17 days, same as appraisals. So you want to make sure that you meet those timelines. And I think your team has done a great job meeting those timelines and and the expectations for our clients too.
Yeah, I think you're right. I mean, as far as closing on time, obviously that's kind of where we at Caliber have built our reputation and everything that we talk about with our teams. And like you say, it's all about the expectations. And I love the fact that you brought education into that, because I think if people understand how to operate the process and then how to communicate effectively, you can really get in a rhythm where we can consistently deliver and give you and your realtor partners confidence. So Maureen, obviously you're dealing with Matt, you get to see the excellence firsthand. What do you see as being the things that both Matt, but maybe other partners that you deal with who are really successful in the purchase space? What are some of the things that they are doing differently that others might learn from?
You know, the brokers that I'm working with that are doing purchase business, it's exactly what Matt said. They have educated the realtors on the timelines, and you know, we close on time. I can't tell you how many transactions I'll do where I'm drawing docs and funding the same day. And that is pretty darn special. I don't know of other lenders that can do the same thing out there. It just doesn't happen. And, you know, they trust us because we'll close on time.
Right.
And
Awesome. And Matt, how do you right now, you know, one of the things that you may not want to reveal all your secrets, but we'll see what we can get out of you. You know, I think a lot of times when the markets start transitioning from more refinance to purchase, a lot of loan officers who maybe haven't been paying as much attention to the realtor space, and now they're all trying to get in and talking to realtors to build a brand for themselves. But for you, when you're gaining the confidence of new realtors, is there anything, you know, different that you do, or kind of a script that you're running on how you break into new brokerage offices, or getting relationships developed with realtors?
That's a very good question. You know, of course, we all, I'm also a realtor too, but the way it works, we still get a lot of phone calls from a lot of other lenders wanting to work with us. But what makes it very special is when you actually walk into an open house and you meet the realtors and you introduce yourself, maybe in the area where you live, and you can just meet the realtors, whoever is having an open house. Of course, it's been very difficult with the pandemic, you know, this year and last year. But now that things have opened up, I'm hoping that, you know, we can build that network a little bit better. But I think going to open houses and also staying in touch with your realtors on a week-to-week basis, I think, you know, that would make a big difference. And then, of course, always ask for referrals every time you close a transaction with your clients. I think those, you know, are big factors because, as you know, market going up and down, you know, you'll have a certain marketing budget that you're putting in, and you have to have purchase transaction. I mean, 80% of our business is still refinance and cash out and rate and term, but we always will have purchases because that will keep us consistent,
Right.
regardless of what the interest rates do.
Yeah, it is amazing, isn't it? I mean, people can, and look, we're all people, we can make things really complex, but the things that you outline for how you're successful in building relationships, it really apply to a lot of things in life. I mean, you start off with going to open houses, and I think most people know that. It's work, and it's hustle, and that's what I love about this business. It's just doing the things that you know you got to do. And then, like we've said, you know, education and you know, staying in communication. I mean, it's just the things that we know are the right things to do, but doing it every day and having the discipline to be consistent. So let me ask you this, you know, switching gears a little bit, 2020, you know, and for a while now, technology has been something that has continued to shape our interactions and find new ways that we communicate with people and create transparency in what's going on. So is there something that has emerged for you over the last, you know, year or two, maybe new technology that you've discovered and is helping you grow your business?
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. I think of course, technology has been very big, right? So if you want to compete in this business, you have to be, you know, doing a very good job with that. So what we do, I mean, what's been working a lot for me personally, it's been video messages for our clients, for the realtors. That way they can see your face. You know, it could just be a kind of like an introduction, or you know, wishing them happy birthday or thanking them for their business. It goes a very long way because they see a face and to that voice, and that had made a big difference. And of course, your reviews, your online reviews, those will make a big difference as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And boy, I mean, the video, it is amazing. I mean, just thinking about 18, 24 months ago, you know, you get on a call like this and people wouldn't have their camera on, and now, you know, everybody's natural with it and expects it. So
you know, if
Absolutely.
somebody had told me in 2019 that I would be doing broker presentations over a video camera, I would have said, "Are you crazy? I'm not going to do that." You know, I go in person. I want to be in person, but that was what we had to embrace in 2020. And you know, bomb videos and you
right.
know, all of that stuff.
Oh, she loves
I
it.
love my bonbon videos.
I was going to say, I got like a movie star, Maureen. So, yeah, and Maureen, while you're talking about the technology, I kind of wanted to get your take. You know, working with so many great brokers on this, are there some tips that you would have of things, whether it's Caliber technology or the Caliber process, in really optimizing it and making it work for them?
You know, I'm glad you say that, because I'm constantly saying to my brokers, you know, if you learn our platform, you got to send us a lot of loans, but if you learn our platform, you will get used to it and you will find actually very easy to use. And it's so good.
Mhm.
I had a broker yesterday tell me, I can't believe how much I can do on your platform. I can order VOEs and I have control of my own LE and I can resend it out. And she was really surprised, because other lenders, you're limited on what you can and cannot do. So the Caliber training is great. You know, we offer it a couple of times a week and we have recorded versions. So I always encourage them to train. And I also like to sit down and just walking into Matt's office this morning, I was grabbed by a couple of people saying, hey, I need help with this. And I went over and I showed them a few things. They're like, oh my gosh, I didn't know I could do that. So,
Yeah.
you know, the H2O is very intuitive. There's always a surprise somewhere of something new that we can do. And so, yeah.
Yeah, I think you know, or I know you're exactly right as far as the power of H2O. You know, I'm at a partner event right now, and we were earlier kind of talking about the power of H2O because we have some of our new res AEs that are joining, so they're kind of new to H2O, and they were talking about just how powerful it is and how much there is to know. And you know, unfortunately, with a lot of things like this, it's not something that you can teach somebody in a book or something like that. You kind of have to just dive in and start using it. And so, to your point, you know, we have the resources of the twice a week classes to learn the platform, and then we've got our amazing brigade team that can help people with that, and then obviously great AEs like Maureen. So, well, that kind of covers the technology side. The only other piece I wanted to ask both of you about is, you know, we view ourselves as Caliber, and particularly now with our acquisition with NRZ, as product innovators. And so we have our Smart Series with non-QM, and before that, you know, whether it's Home Possible or, you know, I want to kind of ask you, Matt, where do you see opportunities with product development or products that you're opening up new segments with?
So I think, of course, you know, we have what, over 15, 16 trillion dollars of consumer debt right now. And there's so much equity that people have gained within the past year or two. That's a great opportunity for a lot of lenders and brokers, you know, because people are going to need money. So as long as the affordability, you know, comes back and people go back to work, and you know, we're able to qualify them, and of course, with the non-QM products, with the bank statement programs, it will allow us to do that. And so I can see a lot of cash out transactions coming our way in 2022. And you know, just because there's so much equity that's been built, you know, throughout the past years. Then this year and last year, mainly it's been rate and term. You know, people just refinance to lower their interest rates. But now, you know, it's shifting more towards that, which is actually really exciting.
And
I think, oh, go ahead, Maureen.
I was going to say, I think along with, you know, our integration with NewRes and Caliber and the products that we've gained with the Smart Series, I am super excited, and I'm selling the heck out of those products right now. I just can't believe how much attention it's getting. And, you know, as the refis have slowed down, the way I'm looking at it, 2022 is an opportunity for us to go after that work that couldn't normally get a loan, who's been shut out of the market since 2020, when the non-QM loans went away. There's a huge, huge opportunity out there to help these people, put them into homes, or get them out of that hard money loan that they may have had to take out, you know, when they didn't have access to the money. And, you know, Caliber is a proven lender in when we did our portfolio product back from 2015 through the beginning of 2020. You know, I did a lot of portfolio product back then, and then I understand the product with the underwriting background that I had before I became an AE 16 years ago. You know, I can apply that, and I can help my brokers to massage those files and make them, get them structured to work. So I'm really excited to see how much product that I personally can do in 2022. And Matt is excited about how much product he's going to do in the Smart Series as well.
I'm very
Yeah.
excited to have her on my team, and of course Caliber. So
Yeah. Well, and I think both of you hit on, again, the key word that Matt brought up earlier is just education. I think that cash out, I've always enjoyed cash out since, the days where I was able to be a loan officer. And I just think it's fun. You structure loans, you can give people options and show people what they can do with this amazing gift they have in home ownership. And then, like you say, with the Smart Series, Maureen, there's so many things to know there. And it's not just about how to structure that deal necessarily, but I think what's great about the Smart Series is that it opens up new markets. I mean, it really is. There's new customer segments to go after, new business referral segments. So just encourage everybody who's listening to think about where they would like to go with their business in the next year and see how Smart Series might fit into that and connect with a Caliber account executive. So all that said, Matt, any predictions for 2022? Any big goals for yourself or your business?
It's very hard to predict the market at the same time, just because there's so many different factors right now with even crypto and but I do think that the property values, in my opinion, will stay high, but they'll continue to be there, and just because of also inflation too, and cost of living is going up, and it's going to be a very interesting year, but it's very hard to predict. So I'm not a market expert, so but I do think that there's going to be a lot of opportunities for investors, but also homeowners, to get into some transactions. Even rental properties too. I mean, rent has gone up so much. We're here in Orange County, Irvine, California, and I was telling Maureen earlier, it's just crazy how much, rent has gone up, 20-30% within the past 2 years. And it, and I think it's going to continue to do that because of inflation. And of course, shortage of, inventory, that's also a big factor too.
Right. Well, like you say, there's always opportunity for entrepreneurs and always opportunity, I think, to help people in this business, which is why it's so great. Even in up cycles, down cycles, there's always an opportunity for those who are willing to work hard and be creative. So, Maureen, how about yourself? Anything for next year you'd share as far as goals or predictions?
It's funny, I don't set goals. I know that sounds kind of crazy because I just plan on beating my last month. I just want to be better than the last month I had. But, I think I'm going to see a lot of purchase business. I think I'm going to see a lot of builder business coming out of some of my affordable communities. I have a couple of brokers in the Bakersfield, the Kern County area, which is about the only affordable housing market in Southern California, to be honest with you. And there's a lot of building permits being pulled right now. And when building permits are being pulled, builders are going to be building. So I already have a bunch of brokers who are doing builder business. So I'm going after that business. That's one of my goals, is to go after the builder market and try to capture more of that, because that builder market, after we close it, that's going to become a Caliber Reconnect in a year or two.
That's right.
Absolutely.
Yeah. The Caliber Reconnect program keeps our brokers connected to Caliber and our borrowers connected to our brokers.
And anytime we can end a call talking about Reconnect is going to be a good call. So.
Yep.
And you guys have done a very good job at that. I think that's a very big deal. We get the reconnects all the time, and which is actually pretty great that you guys giving us back that business. So
that's awesome.
Exactly.
Well, I appreciate your time today, both of you. This has been a great conversation, and I look forward to getting out to California soon. Like I said, I'm in New York today, but I'll be back out there soon, and we'll connect in person. So until next time, thanks. See ya.
Thank you, David.
Take care.
Have a great day.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you for tuning in to the Home Connection podcast from Caliber Home Loans. Please see the show notes for links to topics discussed in this episode, and be sure to subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts.